on it, and he had the old 15 fathom of hooks, a chain and thing wound around him, and then he drowned it. But he got on the first hook, this to the east, and the second hook was about an 8 foot tiger shark. And when he came to him, he swallowed him right down, just left his tail out of his mouth. Because when we took the hides off, we took him out, and we took the hide off of the 8 feet shark. And so anyhow, we looked at him and he was down there, and we decided nothing we could do. We had to come back home, get 2 more guys and get another boat. And I cut it very short. Anyhow, we got out there and we bridled him and took all the chain off of him. And we brought him in, towed him in. We put him up on the beach. And although the people have seen a lot of sharks, they never seen neither one like that. A lot of people went over on the beach, ocean beach, sea, well, Kill 'em Bay, they call it. We had a lot of people go, and we had one particular tall colored guy here. He ran over there and he got over him, and he couldn't touch the sand with his toes. He was so high.
Oh, really?
And they said he had around about 300 pounds of liver on him.
300 pounds of liver?
Yeah. 300 pounds of liver.
One shot.
And the rest of my life is just boating and going on, the same about the same thing you're doing.
All right.
But that was the most interesting part about the sharking that I know. Although we killed a lot of sharks, but we only had a small boat, and my brother he had one big tiger shark. You could get him in, but after you got him in the boat, you couldn't get him out without sinking the boat. Oh, I'm not kidding. We take him bring the heads right down to the stern and lift the head in and bind it onto the thwart. And we'd have a rope go from the boat, go out underneath him like that, and have a piece of 2x4 pry that we'd get on it and go out to keep the boat when we pull him in to stop it from sinking. And this day we went out there, he wanted to get on for some reason, I don't know, but he was there, said, Marcel, it's just this. We can't take the shark in, the shark's too big. We gotta tow it in. Oh, Joe, he said, come on. He said, we took it. I said, you're not telling me. I'm telling you. You want to get in. You want to get into trouble. You can't take the shark in. But done tried it twice. And we had to try to get him out. So anyhow, we told him we got inside the reef, the outer reef. Joe, he said, you can't tell me. We can take in the shark. You can't tell me. I said, okay. We had one little motor about this big, 2.5 horse bricks, like on a lawn mower, right? The propeller was about this long. That's what you get for a motor. And a 14-foot boat. And we got him in. And when we got him in, I was out in the fry, with the rope to put him out, put him in. And when we got him in like that, the water was about that far below from coming in over. That was the calm. Then he broke out a crying. He ain't gonna say, I said, I don't want to hear nothing. I said, you think about me, not you. I said, I told you, you couldn't take the shark in. You ever see what I said? I said, look, listen, just forget about your wife. And finally started up, and when I done like she started, by the time she caught that way, the bow was going under. Quick at that, the water was so deep in the boat until they got over the motor. She couldn't run the motor. And finally, we had a little cab, we bailed her out, and we finally got the motor going, run her real slow. Not fast. It was just about balance sculling. And we came in. So that's about, but like I say, I went to the same school he went with. It was sad to say it, but nevertheless.
Yeah, that's the brightest student.
So what about any close calls, getting injured while you were shark fishing? I mean, you ever get injured while you were shark fishing or hurt?
Oh yeah, no, Marcel, my brother, we used to catch him and catch him in the surface, raise the head up like that, get him out of the boat, and this one died with his jaws unlocked. And when you raked him out, its mouth dropped open. And he caught him like this. And he went to put him over like that, and his mouth was open. And it came in his near and scalloped the whole business. Lucky he got the one leg, got that for that year, you know. But all of us are left.
Years ago,
You get it.
people from all over the Bahamas brought sharks to Greentown to Key to South. And then they used to have the boats come from Ragged Island bringing the salt. And the livers, they used to put the livers down, slice it, put salt on it, put more livers, and continue that until they filled a 55-gallon drum. And then a few weeks later, you take the top off and you look straight from the top right through the bottom, clear oil.
Yeah.
And Stafford Cooper, right over the shipyard now, he used to drink that when he was a boy. And he's 80-something years old now, and he's just as strong as a jackknife. That's true. And then we used to load, I had to carry thousands of them to the States. We used to load down on the boats the skin, the livers, and the fins, and carry them into Palm Beach. After you're there on the boat a day or two, you don't smell nothing. You got to Palm Beach, and then you went shopping. Those people say, I used to do the same thing.
And he told you the story, which was just about right about the Lord coming. We went up, we went to Carter Key. We had to go that far to sell the crawfish at that time. And my brother and myself was down at Carter Key. That's about the reef. The outer reef is far away from the land. It's any higher than down there.
Further.
The reef is bare, right?
Yeah.
So we were out there, and it was just about calm, and we were just on the inside of the reef through what they call the knobs, catching the crawfish. We were doing pretty good. And the tide goes real strong there, real strong. You come to the cut to come inside, and the tide was happening. You had to wait there for 2 or 3 more boats to come, to run a rope and 3 or 4 man ends round with the rope, and also shoulder like that, and try to get her inside. And we were catching crawfish real good. And all of a sudden I heard it was during the war. Because what had happened, they were practicing down at Carter Key and Hook and Papaw Key. People around there had the shots. You know, about this big round and about that long they were, you know.
Yeah, they used to call it the target rock.
Huh?
Called it the target rock, the third rock.
Right, up at Papaw Key.
Right.
Anyhow, people out there catching the crawfish, good too. All of a sudden we heard the thing, ooh!
Yeah.
I know it is. Watch it along, blow it again. He said, Joe. I said, yeah. He said, you wear that? I said, sure do. He said, what you think that is? I said, I don't know what you think it is. Oh, Joe. Joe, he said, I believe that's the Lord. You think so? Yeah, I sure so. I said, well, let's try to get in. Fellow there was real known to me, lived next door to me, in fact. Claimed to be a Christian, you know, and he was in government inspector down there over the crawfish. He said, you think we should go and see if Gil would go? I said, that's what I'm saying, find out if the Lord comes. Look here. We have a paddle, you know, you sit on up to the bow. You can paddle. And then you got the, we didn't have no motor then. Yes, we had a motor. Did we? I don't think we had, no, we didn't have any motor. Look here, we started in with me sculling and him pedaling. And that boat, then he would look at pedal like that, the puller like that, the bow would go on the RDs up, the water comes up. And we come to the cart and the kite was happening, that didn't make no difference. Just like it was flowing. Right and true. Then we got inside, we couldn't talk. And when we found out he was going, we had to take our bed. We were 3 days in bed sick. not to laugh at, but it's got a lot of truth in it. Yeah.
Now, did anybody, were you involved in any sisal making or picking the sisal or cutting sisal or anything like that? No?
No, I never cut none, but I seen people clean it.
Yeah,
And
how did you
spin
play
it.
that?
They used to cut the leaves and then they split them.
We caught,
Then they
sorry.
they put up stakes like down in the shallow water and tied it to it and left it a couple of weeks. And then they brought it ashore and they pounded it and then they got all the fiber out of it that way. And then they used to reel, they used to spin it on there. Oh, I made hundreds and hundreds of feet of rope in my time.
So you made
Hundreds.
rope, but you didn't
Oh,
cut it
yeah,
out?
you look in the museum, you pictures right there of me making rope.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And where the rope used to go to Nassau and then like went to England or
I don't
United
know,
States?
they used to send that, the rope I made, they didn't send that nowhere, I used to make that for my
Local?
dad and other people, you know.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
sailboats. yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Coming back to the shark, and I should have wrote some of this stuff down, but at the chain house, and if I remember, it was Christmas, it was a holiday, I think it was Christmas. And Sunday, we didn't go in the boat Sunday at that day. Sunday day was out a holy day. Saturday afternoons, we would pull our boats up, put blocks up under it, open up the sail, and that's where they stayed until Monday morning. And it was Sunday, so we decided we'd go out to the chain Saturday, and we wouldn't bait it, so we went out to go, because it did that, it drowned out there. So we went out. We went out, 2 tiger sharks was on it, and we brought it home. And this was the day before Christmas Eve, I think it was. And we brought them in. And what you think those 2 pigs shed between them that night for their supper? Now, that's unbelievable, that's the truth, I named Joe. No, I named you, I named Joe. We had 2 tiger sharks, and they had 2, they caught a pig about 60 pounds. Somewhere, now where they got this pig, don't ask me, because I don't know. But they shared between them that night for Christmas Eve dinner, a pig about 60 pounds. And I've always wondered how they got that pig, but they got it.
You wanna go with questions?
Yeah, okay. We take questions for right now.
Yeah,
We'll break
any
it out.
questions? There's one from Peter.
When you say you went crawfishing back in those days, how did you do it?
You need to catch them,
Yeah.
so they use what they call a tickler. And if the crawfish is under the rock, you brought it out there and you had a bully net. And you put the bully net over it and the crawfish shot up inside of that. And that's how you got them like that.
And you were swimming in the water to...
No, they go in the water.
You had that one guy sculling, and another guy with a water bucket and using the pole. And they'd catch them in 30 feet of water that way. And in the tide, oh yeah.
Well, you use a water bucket with a glass vial so you can see?
Yeah, oh yeah.
they stand to the
Yeah.
top of the net.
Right over to the mainland there, a couple of big shops there. I used to go over there before daylight some morning, put the net across it, catch a boatload, be back on when the sun come up, I got a boatload of crawfish.
Yeah, what they called the tickler was about a 20-foot pole or 30-foot pole with a piece of metal
About 5 foot of 3/8 rod on it.
rod on the end, and that's what they tickle the crawfish to get him to come out of the hole. Then they'll be there with a net that you run it through. So we
But they
call it
used to
tickler.
bring them in and put them in scows and cap them alive. And the last day when you're ready to go, all the crawfish that we took on, we just put them down and just sprinkled ice on them. Then he got in Palm Beach, all the crawfish are still alive, jumping all over the place.
Joe, you're talking about the noise, was that World War II?
2, yeah.
They used to have a missile base down in Carter Key,
The
North.
noise with the Gabriel.
At Cotter
With
Key.
the-
Carter Key, they had a missile test.
World War
Yeah.
II.
Or George.
And they called it Target Island because they would shoot shells at it.
Artillery, yeah, practice, yeah.
They would shoot bullet,
Oh yeah,
shells.
it's a little, it's a rock right up on the other end, the 4 keys, and they called it Target Rock because that's where they used to practice right there.
We used to see the flip card that you could see in the air.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just curious, how did the Bahamas participate in World War II?
David, repeat the question to Joe.
It was,
How did the
No, you
Bahamas
don't
or the
know.
Abacos participate in World War II?
Bad.
Well, I think they had several people who joined the RAF,
oh, yeah.
okay, particularly from the Oaktown area,
Chester
the
Thompsons.
Thompsons. I know a lot of people went on contract
Oh, yeah.
in the United States, I guess maybe Canada too, at least in the United States, to pick fruit, vegetables, because their manpower was fighting. And the moment since you called the contract, you had a year contract or 2-year contract. I know my Uncle Merrill, he had a contract, he was up in Wisconsin or somewhere up there picking fruit.
Yeah.
One more story, I'll close my books.
No, you ain't close my book, but you tell your story.
No, I closed my book to this. One time they had some guys come here, where they came from, I don't know. And I saw as sorry as they came here. But anyhow, they came. And they had the meeting right out there. Well, the whole village turned out, you know. So they give a big, long lecture, and everybody swallowing it down. Oh, yeah. They were telling about, they buy all the sweet potatoes you could grow. You know, the sweet potatoes. You can make paint out of them, and this and that and all of that. Oh, they made a big rose out of it. And the people in the place went nuts over it. And within 2 weeks, with hands, no such thing as like bulldozers, we didn't know about that thing, but with the machete. They had the old oyster and unjack cut down, crab key cut down, everything planted all over. And when those potatoes came, I ain't kidding, they had one what they call a Solomon potato. They growed about that long, about this big round, and they knock out of the ground. You could go with your toe and knock them out. And believe it or not, those things grow the potatoes. The first shipping, my brother, my 2 brothers and my dad, when I was still in school. Anyhow, we owned land down at Monjack. They went down there, Dad and my 2 brothers. Boy, and they cut down. Oh yeah. Then we went to get them to send them to Nassau. So we went down with the 2 boats. We didn't sack them up, we just brought them out in bags and emptied them, put them down in the boat, emptied them on a piece of canvas. And we brought them home, towed them off in the yard, washed them off. Oh yeah, washed them off and everything. And we decided we send them to Nassau on the mail boat. They will give you a machete or a grub hoe or something like that, but they won't advance you with no money. No. So they sent the 2 boatloads of potatoes. When the money came, the Dad came home. We never seen a banana at a longer face than the other. He called the boys,